Allow your breathing to feel very natural, easy and smooth. Turn your attention now to your mind and notice if there's any thought preoccupying you. It might be something you're concerned about, something that feels unresolved, or maybe something you're planning to do. During this practice, see if you're willing to put this thought aside. You can come back to it later. Just breathing so easily. And you might notice a deeper inhalation, or even a soft sigh, as your nervous system settles into this time of stillness. And now bring your attention to the movement of your breath, nostrils. And when you notice a thought arise, and thoughts always do, there's no need to fight it. Any thought that comes can be considered a gift, inviting you to strengthen the muscle of mindfulness, your ability to return focus where you choose to place it. So observe the thought. Let it go. Allow this process to be so easy, so gentle. No judgment, no effort. Notice if your mind has wandered, and if it has, just return your focus once again to your breath. And on the next in-breath, see if you can follow the movement of your breath from the moment it begins to the point at which it turns and becomes the out-breath. Settling more deeply into the natural rhythm of your breath. Breathing easy. Following a single breath from start to finish, effortlessly. And to focus your mind on the movement of the breath, it can be helpful to use counting. So if you choose, you're going to give a count to each cycle of breath, breathing in and out and counting counting 1. Then breathing in and out and counting 2, and so on, all the way up to 10. When you reach 10, simply begin again at 1. Or if your mind wanders off when you notice it has, just begin again at 1. The numbers themselves aren't important. They just help focus awareness.
Rough. It suits you.
Max, do you know how awesome this is? I get my best friend back, and she's also supersized.
We don't know for how long.
Exactly why it's time to have fun.
Are you kidding? After yesterday, I'm kind of over guns, Chloe. Freaks me out that you have one.
Don't you trust me?
Yes, but not that gun.
You have more power than an army. Don't be scared of my little toy. Besides, we need...
Those shells look fresh. Nope, I don't want to go there. Aw, poor thing. They left you here all alone.
Coming this fall, Max Caulfield, Bottle Hunter. Hello, bottle number 1. 4 more to go. Wowzer. That looks exactly like the same doe from my tornado vision. That doe is the perfect photo op. It's so quiet and primordial out here. I always feel like the forest is whispering to me. Like Arcadia Bay is trying to tell me something. I just have to figure out the message.
Like your higher self, you gotta sit back and allow your higher self to use nature to convey the message that you're looking for. Why do we need to always look for it? Just be life and it will come to you, you know? So sometimes I go outside and I don't even know what I'm doing right then, and why am I out there and what am I gonna do? And I have to stop and think. It doesn't matter. Just kick your feet around in the sand. Take your shoes off. Be barefoot. Breathe the ether, the air. Drink a drink. Connect with the deer.
staring at me as if we have a connection. This was an old school punk shirt. Where to find bottles? Maybe in an old refrigerator. I wonder how many generations of fashion went through that washing machine. This is the scariest thing here. This is the scariest thing here. Nope, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go that way. Gross. So disturbing to see old syringes on the ground. All this rusted metal makes me feel serene. Am I morbid or just goth? This looks like a graffiti museum for Chloe and Rachel. I bet I can find out more about Rachel here. That kind of hurts. They really were besties. That could have been me instead of Rachel. Oh, there you are, little bottle. Trying to play hide and seek? Boom. Only 3 bottles left. Ouch. They would have gone all the way to Los Angeles for a rave. Looks fun. I don't want to intrude, but I was here. Now we're officially a trio. We just have to find Rachel. So Rachel did go to a Vortex Club party. This flyer is dated right before she disappeared. I want to die. Jeez. Who wrote this? Rachel songs. I wonder if Chloe would ever make me a mixtape. I can't see Chloe playing with makeup. So Rachel did go to a Vortex Club party. This flyer is dated right before she disappeared. The Bigfoots were here. I could use this board as a bridge. Doesn't look too heavy. I don't want to go that way. I don't want to go that way. Thanks for the tip. Now we're officially a trio. We just have to find Rachel. Where to find bottles? Maybe in an old refrigerator. Look what we have here. A cute little bottle for the taking. Stupid bottle. Look what we have here. A cute little bottle for the taking. 3 down, 2 more to go. Talk about finding a bottle in a haystack. Every car has its own tale and history. That's my Chloe. It's hard to believe that was once on the road, filled with dozens of students. Nope, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go that way. I know there's a bonfire spot where people party around here. I bet I could get on the boat from a higher location. Way heavier than I thought. Ugh. Cool. At least not everything is broken around here. One more bottle to go. Although this junkyard is a dive, I see why Chloe hangs here. She's a steampunk. It actually feels like Chloe and I are kids again. We're hiding out and plotting our future. Despite all the chaos and bullshit, I feel so giddy hanging out with her again. So happy. Like we've both gone back in time.
So sad. All this old man-made junk can't get rid of, just resting, falling apart bullshit. Yeah, then it makes you think and wonder, what is spirituality? And really there is no such thing. That's another label. Try to visualize what spirituality is. Let me know how that goes for you. What does it look like? It's just another Archon man-made word, isn't it? Interesting perspective. Reality. Just letting go of even spiritual things, because that's what you know, so there's no point in analyzing consciously what you know when you know it, what you know.
I know there's a bonfire spot where people party around here.
Sad that the Archons in my life, every time I try to get ahead and do what's right, they always fuck it up for me. My own mother, attempting to enable
I know there's a bonfire spot where people party around here.
attempted to enable me where I could never get anywhere, because due to her controlling demeanors and endeavors, it's like every time I, get even through college prep school or high school and college, it's almost like she sabotages everything on purpose so I don't obtain anything. I had a really good job. She made sure that at one point, before I could ever get ahead and making good money, that I get fired from that job. Every single thing. So it makes you wonder, so it's meant to be. We created the Archons to do this, but will they get their just deserves, or do I just keep allowing the person who's closest to me, that's supposed to love me, to destroy everything that I've really worked hard to try to build up? I don't try to play blame games. I don't put blame on Archons, but I just don't understand that. It's sad how the person who's supposed to be loving you, for example, believing dogma, bias, bullshit, invisible gods in the sky, crap, and angels, just normal, fucking looked at reality for what it's worth. That's what pisses me off. It will absolutely fuck your kid up. It should not even be taught in Sunday school, in our culture. It is very fucking dangerous. And that's what, if I'm going to be a peace activist for helping proactive people, like I said, the sickest people I know are Christians. And they're going to they're the ones who have the most kids and children and offspring development. It's really quite scary if you think about the Matrix. So, yeah, these Christians are the most archon people there are. And it just makes you wonder, will there ever be a way to make this Matrix normal again? As long as Christians or these type of religious people, zealots, are out there, there cannot be any spirituality to be found. Spirituality is a individual experience one develops and evolves through. So basically, Christianity is going to say you can't have those experiences unless it's not by the blood and mercy of Jesus Christ or God, which man has created. And they're so scared to even let go of that idea or the Bible thought, faith, long enough to develop true spiritual development and maturity and really understand how this matrix works. They never will. They are pinned up and left in fear and obedience to something that they created in their own head. That is the dangers of Christianity. That is why I'm doing my best to wake people up. It nearly ruined my life, and being able, and I'm saying in the sense of my family endeavors, and how we can't even have a connection with family because they're family's drunks, they're this, they're that, all these dividers. Oh, they don't believe what we believe. They're not, they're gay, or they're going to hell. They're heathens. The judgment and condemnation, they have no idea. You can't even be friends with your own family members, and that's another danger of religion and Christianity. So that on top of all this mess is learning how to manifest your own reality set aside from them. I will not, and I cannot live for their lies and their deceptive view, their dogmatic bias and bullshit that literally has done everything to destroy everything that I stand for and that I am in my life. And I've had to evolve and overcome them. The greatest challenges of my life, no doubt, been Christians, and in particular my own parents. Whether they have a subtle underlining hatred disguised as love for giving you a place to stay. It's like giving you a place to stay, but then telling you can't do certain things, and then pushing you down the stairs when you try to get ahead and try to keep you on a leash. That is the most scary and dangerous thing of abuse. It's a form of psychological, spiritual abuse, and they do not see their own damage that they're doing, they're inflicting. And then they'll play victim stance and say, well, I'm sorry, your parents are so bad, or your mother sucks, it isn't perfect. Then change, goddammit. Fucking change. Get real. Wake the fuck up like I had to wake up out of this bullshit lie that you won't believe is a lie. So therefore there's no helping these people. You have to run away. Or you can manipulate them by pretending to believe in them. I remember that's what everyone had to do with my own mother, who had halfway houses. They knew that God was bullshit and this whole faith thing was a scam, holy hoax. But they had to play her in order to get a place to live. And that is the hatred of Christianity right there. That they had to pretend to be something they weren't, or they go back to prison. It's just sad how the Matrix is designed that way. This Matrix is absolutely an Adam and Eve dichotomy of Yahweh, the Bible faith, created by the Jew Torah law system. And it's all based on a Saturnalian, satanic deception, dichotomy and paradigm. That is what you end up finding out. And you want to sue the Vatican, because the Vatican and priests, pastors, seminary, all alike, they absolutely all know and are very aware that their belief is bullshit and they made this shit up. They know Jesus is not real, never has been. The whole story is fake. It's talking about the anthropomorphy of the sun and then winter solstice. They know they created a fake character that people take so literal and carelessly self-induce themselves into voluntary belief and faith in a security blanket and hope that they never even needed. Everything they have is within. They are their own savior, their own Messiah. You can take the Bible fucking way, burn it, and shove it up your ass because you don't need it. And why are you so angry, Eric? Because you don't even see how much danger and how much deception and damage you've caused on other people's lives. 100 million indigenous people dead because of Jesus Christ. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody blinks an eye. Stealing Palestinians' land, raping and abusing them in the name of God, teaching hatred in the name of God, saying we need to defend ourselves from these Muslims, when every side is just equally like a peg on the right angle of the corner of the square or the pyramid. The triangle is just as evil as the next corner. Okay? And you all don't even see it. How deceived you are by the mindless self-indulgent vanity of your condemnation and judgment. I'm not just sounding like a smart, fucking sophisticated spiritualist, anarchist, or occultist, or atheist bullshit. This is reality, and I know by the almighty creator of this black sun, the real true creator, that everyone is plagiarizing and counterfeiting. That one day your karma, the cause and effect, all comes back to each and every last goddamn one of you who want to live in true sin and then be self-righteously pointing your finger at these people who actually do try. It's some of the worst people the Christians call the worst and most evil people are the most loving and caring and true living soul heart people, and it will never be noticed, it'll never be noted, it'll never be given a due. And I know I'll never be given a due. They'll call me satanic, they'll call me a Satan, a demon, a liar, a heathen, a criminal, for telling and standing for what the absolute true truth is. The very thing that you guys claim Jesus Christ was, I'm living example of that endeavor. But you believe the fictional character that has nothing to do with me or my reality. You'd rather bow down to a cartoon character that's not even real, just like Batman, Superman, and then you ignore your own family to bow down and worship a fake fictional motif version of who you actually are supposed to be, and you are. It's called Christ consciousness. It's your third eye. It's the pineal gland releasing DMT into your brain and going down your spine and back up to the pituitary like an electromagnetic current. And Christians will never experience that shit. Never. Why? Because they learned a long time ago, Jesuits, Rosicrucian, the big secret is they know if they keep these people living in fear and obedience of Saturn, can they no longer have a spiritual enlightenment and epiphany. So they have to rely on Jesus' experiences and some other person's, pastor, preacher's enthusiasm and passion, while they themselves never actually experience any goddamn spiritual thing ever. So that's my anger. My anger is actually love, and it's compassion, and it's something Christians will subtly throw under the carpet, and they will mask it under their own very dangerous, poisonous, toxic hatred. The underlying hatred of a Christian far exceeds any anger of someone who is trying to tell the truth, such as myself. I can only go so far to try to wake these people up who are belligerent, beyond ignorant, and are living in nescience. Nescience means it's hidden from your own sight. It because of the occultic symbolism and etymology, the esoteric meaning of these belief systems, and they will never ever be able to put these two together. They can't put it together because they believe the stories, the allegories, the illustrations are literal, when in fact they're anthropomorphies of the sun, star, moon, Saturn, Luna Marie, the Eve, the moon, and the black sun, Lucifer, Jesus Christ himself, the light bearer. This is why it's the morning star, bioplasma. Okay, when you research these things, then you will be able to get back to me and understand the esoteric meanings and the enoteric meanings of the Bible, the Biblios, Helios, the Bibble Babble from the Babylon. The Babylon was actually the original story, and they had to change it and tweak it because they knew they didn't want people to know they were gods. They didn't want people to know about the divine feminine. It actually is the ruler of the mind. That if you actually had a healthy balance between the divine feminine, the right side of the brain, the pineal gland, and the masculine, sacred left portion of the brain, that you would take over your own world, your reality you could control. They did not allow that to surface. However, we can all connect with that, and it will surface in your reality. I promise you that. You have to let go of the fear, the obedience, and condemnation of this belief of some man-made god, deity. There's been thousands of gods. Saturn is the god of thousands of names, and they found he's the most dangerous because it's when it's the imbalance on the masculine side of the brain. When it's imbalanced to the right side, the creative, unconditional love and caring, nurturing, feminine side of the brain, right? If they can overanalyze a reptilian type fight or flight masculine side and no balance between the feminine, you will see what we see in the world today. This conquering attitude, take over the world, destroy animals' habitat, the ecosphere, nature, environment, build, put roads everywhere. This is what conservatives and Christian and Republicans are all about. Bankers make more money, build more, endless amount of wealth. Fuck nature, which nature is the divine feminine, the goddess, the creator of your world. That's how corrupt and evil Christians are. If only they could piece this together and make them realize, open your goddamn eyes. You are on the dark side. You are all that is evil. The most villainous, evilest villain, bad guy there could ever be is not Thanos or the Joker or the Penguin or these different bad guys. The most villainous of all criminals, of the most evil creatures ever, bad guys, would have to be Yahweh, Elohim, Jehovah Jireh, Allah, Yahweh, Yahuwah, Yod Ha Ve. That is the evil of the world. That is Satan, the author of all lies. And if you can't put that together, then you will be lost for the rest of your eternity. You will live in hell in a spiraling fire, lake of fire, brimstone, all of your life. This is why I feel so sad to my parents and the self-righteous hatred that they don't even realize. That no, you don't need to rely on other people. Live in the now. Stop controlling everything. Preparing for this and that. And then being scared of a virus or being scared what the government does to you. And then the people you bow down to are the government. Caesar created Yahweh in the Jesus Bible book, the Son God. And you bow down to the government. Give the taxes. Give to Caesar what's Caesar's. You're scared of the slave masters. And that's what keeps you in line. It's not God. It's the money the government hands down to you that gives you fulfillment. You can't serve two masters, however. And of course, you'll love the one or you'll hate the other. You love Luna Marie Eve's and Saturn's power control. You will never be Saturn because Saturn controls you Christians. You're the sun worshippers. You're being led by Luna Marie Eve, money. As long as you're good slaves, the sun worshippers, consciousness, you go to work and you work in the day to slave, whether it's being a veteran, working for the military, the banking dynasty in debt through usury. These are moon and Saturn worshippers. This is the occult. You had the black and the white moon. You had the black sun occult that run everything. The Saturn aliens. Satan controls you and your Bible. You don't see this. If you did, then you would have to know how cowardice you are. What a pathetic, completely shameful pansy with no courage, no valor, no virtues, no honesty, no ethics, and no morals. But you put that whole mask on as if you guys are the greatest or most self-righteous motherfuckers on this earth, and you're not. Okay? I don't care if you're talking about Joel Osteen or Pat Robinson or any of these joker, clown, Khazarian Jews who are using and destroying people and this world. Basically because they do worship Saturnalia. They just call him Yahweh, and that's just his new name. And you don't get it. You never will, because you don't research syncretism of all the other belief systems. It's all the same goddamn story. It's the greatest story ever told, and you're living it out. You need to be the leader, and that's why I can't wait till we win, because we are the good guys. We are the living souls. We will get the last laugh, and we will have the happily ever after. So never forget that, y'all. And you know I love you. I hope this reaches the right masses of living souls. May the archons, their shadow reflections, disperse like a candle that just goes out, and the dust into the wind, the fire out of the ashes like the phoenix rising, that we shall be victorious. That is what the black sun sonogram symbolizes, is victory. And the end is singularity. We shall reign yet again. It is the golden dawn. And these Christians and these religious zealots and evil men of our time, they shall fall. We will prosper. The meek, we are going to inherit the earth, because we're taking care of the nature, Mother Earth Gaia, the black sun. Nothing more these Christians want than to destroy this planet, destroy others, to break up families. It's all about destruction of the planet, which is God. And then in the guise of it, the irony is, they claim they worship and praise the one true God. They worship the Prince of the Airwaves. They act as if they know the light bearer, Lucifer, aka Jesus Christ, the light bearer. They don't know shit. This is why they will continue to get sick. They will be plagued, cursed with hexes beyond belief. This is why Christians are some of the most sick people. They will be the most cursed people, constantly chasing money, never finding fulfillment, never finding peace and bliss. They always want to separate. These are black people. We're racist and bigots against them. The homosexuals, they can die. They're going to hell. All this other shit that is not even true. All of this is beyond ludicrous, nuts. Basically because they believe in a dogmatic religious belief system that is completely an ancient corruption of the mind, and they cannot put it together. Follow your heart, folks. Never be followed and led by the archons, the hateful archons who are soulless AI beings. The more you follow them and their books, their holy books, their chosen peoples, their belief systems and their faith and hope, their immaculate, omnipresent God of enslavement, obey me or else, fear, live in fear and destroy your own kingdom of heaven within God, and they don't realize how dangerous that is. They shall be cursed, and surely they will die. And when I say they will die, I mean they are not ascending to the true Shambhala, the true heaven, Shamayim, the true Valhalla, the bliss that is found within. This is why they're miserable living in fear as it is, and then they can act like they're not, but they are. And they can try to challenge us by telling us we're going to hell, or they want to control our life. Again, may plagues and curses be bestowed upon them hard, like a boulder rock falling off the top of a cliff, an anvil to the cerebrum of the brain. May it just squash them and kill them and their skull. Yes, they have no right to be a living soul. Not in this existence. They shall die. And I hope they do have the same amount of torment and misery that they put on other people, that it will come back at them 1,000,000 times fold. They don't even see the hatred that they are doing. They don't see the damage that they have caused, and the blood on their hands, and the damage that has been caused because of them. So may all else be seen that the true Mother Gaia, Black Sun, Lilith, Lucifer, Sophia, the sophistication and wisdom, the true truth, which is God, the Almighty Creator, which is our higher self, our subconscious dream state, may watch over us, not give us too much that we have to handle and overcome, that we can overcome these adversities of the evil Christian bad guys that destroy this planet, destroy our mother, destroy our womb and our home, the heart center rearranged, that we don't fight back in hatred, but we will not succumb to them walking all over us, like we are not going to be a pushover like they pretend that they are, because they're not real. They'd rather look good in front of the public eye and in front of the camera like Trump than they would ever want to just stop, let it dawn on them, let it hit them in the head, and realize they are fucking wrong. I had to realize after 30 years of Christianity in my lifestyle, 25 years, whatever, I was wrong for the lies that I was promoting, the deception of the Biblios Helios Sun Book of Santos, the Santos Saturnalia Biblios, the book of the Satan is what that Bible is, the author of all lies, just stolen, plagiarized wisdom from Thoth, of the Emerald Book, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the Book of the Dead, the ancient Kemites, and my ancestors, the Sumerian Aryans. There's no two ways about it. They stole that information. They're culture vultures, and then they just put their little literal, fictional sun god story of Dumazid, the king of the fish, right on top of our stories. Go look into it. If you have any unadulterated, unbiased view about yourself, you'd go look into these things. Go read the Sumerian Bible. Go read who Moses really was. Go read how the contradictions are in the tens of thousands between the King James, the Septuagint Bible, all the other Bibles. We break all this down. And let me just tell you this. It's not even worth wasting your goddamn time anymore on the New Testament. Go investigate the New Testament. Investigate the Torah for what it is on all sides. And you come at the end and find your own conclusion for within yourself. I want to know, what do you see? Do you not see the hatred, the rape, the molestation, the promoting of death, war, famines in the God of the Bible? One of the most villainous evil of evils on the dark side is Yahweh Saturnalia. And it's just a part of your brain. You don't have to be in imbalance on the chemical imbalance of that brain. They are chemically imbalanced, sociopathic, psychotic megalomaniacs, okay, in the truest form. They act as if they, narcissistic isn't even the right word. It goes way beyond that. They believe they're right because they follow God, Satan, and they worship Satan, but in the disguise of the light. Is that not what it all talks about? That Satan is the deceiver. He goes around looking like an angel, but is actually the angel of darkness. There's destruction and hellfire. See, they can't even pick up the esoteric meaning of their own Bible, that their God, in fact, is that demon. And they will never admit that, because they, of course, the ones who wrote that book are the ones who are promoting that God for you to worship. Put that together. Let that sink in for a while. That the enemies are the ones who wrote your God, and that's who you worship. Of course, they're going to make it look like your evil God is the ruler of the universe, and that you guys are the winners. You guys are on the dark side. You need to wake the fuck up. Get your head out of your ass.